crap, I just had it up. 116, yes. Alright,
Cool.
whenever you're ready.
So we started last session, or when we started last session, I found myself dead. I was not down, but actually lifeless. The battle continued. We were fighting against the Giths, and we had one mind flayer that we were fighting. Eventually, the fated fellowship came out on top and alive, but unscathed. Ophelia was able to revive me, and the rest of the party began healing. And we decided to find a quick place for a short rest, and we hid within the lab, and Asher's cast tiny hut to protect everybody. While we were resting, we were trying to decide what we should do next. Do we continue on or try to retreat? Towards the end of our rest, a booming voice in our head said, you can leave now, or said something along the lines of, if you can leave now with your lives, but if you go further, you're going to die. So Ophelia, Ashes, and Belle all were very interested in returning to the Abyss and getting away from this place, while Azovich was hungry to inflict pain and suffering, and Kudo and I pushed to continue on. We had this elder brain on the ropes. It was begging for peace because it was afraid of us. We were able to convince the party that we should move on, clear this place out, make it a safe haven for us. With the right spells, it should be easy to access this place from wherever. After the rest, Ashes brought Ink back, and Ink and her Ash's ghostly book scouted the rest of the floor. There she found a prisoner. There was a room with a pile of bones, a storage unit with a bunch of jars of tadpoles, and some doors. We ventured towards the prisoner. As we approached, the prisoner told us that the runes would explode if we got too close. So Ashes was able to vortex the gift to safety. The runes did explode, but nobody was hurt. We learned that his name was Garrett, and in our quick conversation there, he noticed Kudo's tadpole and seemed very fearful of Kudo. We decided to continue on towards the double doors to see what was happening there, and those doors were labeled as a crypt. I opened it and tried to enter, but was immediately turned away. Finding myself outside of the doors, everyone else tried the same, and also found that they could not enter the place. But Kudo was able to enter. Through some trickery, Ophelia, Azovich, and I were able to teleport in via emboldening bond. Ashes, I believe, stayed outside, and Belle teleported herself in. Inside there were a bunch of sarcophagi and some stone statues. We began to open one of the sarcophagi, and rather than a dead body being inside of there, we found a ladder that went down very far. I guess about 100 feet. Ashes sent forth her ghostly spirit, or ghostly book, to scout for us for a little bit, but they found just a long ladder and a long hallway. We decided then that it was probably best we rest for the night and recover before we attack this elder brain at full strength.
Alright, thank you for that recap. So, it's the 80th of fall at 12:45 p.m. Was there any business we needed to do before starting? Any tokens or resources?
I know we talked, sorry I didn't talk about this earlier. I made a 2024 sheet. Does that need a new token associated with it?
Let me check. Take a look.
I assume so, I'm not sure.
Where is the new sheet?
It's at the very bottom of the journal.
How do I?
And you could
Is it?
delete the other one.
God. I see.
I switched my.
Go ahead.
I switched my token and it's not switching?
Well,
'Cause-
it probably has to be redone. Now I see two Ophelias. Do you see that, Ophelia?
Yeah. There was I started with the one trying to upgrade some. I kept having issues with it, and then I made another one and was able to get through and create it. I just haven't gotten all the way through creating the new 2024.
All right. Well, which
So I'm
of
in the
these should I
process.
delete,
Let me.
or
look at
can
them.
I, or do you want me to keep them for now?
Keep them both. I think the one that has her full name is
You want me to keep that one?
No, delete the one that is the full name, Ophelia von Listina 2024. That one is not the right one,
All right.
from my understanding.
Got it. Same question to you, Linus. Do you want your old sheet, or can I get rid of it?
You can retire it.
Okay.
You should not delete it,
Yeah. 'Cause
just in case.
I know. I have.
Oh, well, yeah,
a,
I have-
birthday.
I have backups of everything.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yes, it does look like your new sheet needs a token created for it.
Cool. Is there a way to copy that over, or do you want me to send you a new file?
I can just make it.
Cool.
Just need a moment. Where's my token stamp? There it is. Okay. There we are. How much do you want to focus on the face? Or would you rather get like the whole body?
The face, whatever you make, fine.
All right.
Easiest.
I like doing the focus on like the profile more. So yeah, the face.
Cool.
Okay. So new token. If that work. Oh wait, no, I put that in the wrong layer. New token if that works.
Yep.
Okay. So get rid of your old one. This one is blue. That's your color.
Cool.
For Linus. Okay. Set up all your stuff.
Sorry.
Last question. Do you have dark vision?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
So then that is correct as it is. All right. And Azovich, you said you made a new token. Is that the one
Yeah,
you
I
just
fixed
posted
it.
there?
The one I switched to. Yeah,
Alright.
I got some art done. Character.
Gotcha. Let me just associate that with your sheet so you don't have to keep doing it. Okay. All looks correct. And your dark vision is 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that is correct as well. All right. Anyone else have any issues that they need to put forward? Otherwise, I think we're good to go. All right, so let's get back into the world. To the astral sea. I don't know why I made a rocket noise, but here we are. All right, what do you all want to do? The ladder extends, or perhaps descends ominously into the darkness below.
What time is it?
It is 12:45
Oh my god,
p.m.
12:45.
Yes, you've had a very busy morning fighting off madness as well as a bunch of illithids. Though,
I agree.
excuse me, though it does seem like, at least from, I forget who said it, but someone mentioned that they might have consolidated their forces below. I think one of you commented on that. So it might be a little safer for now, as the brain seems like it's gone into a defensive mode, demanding that you leave. It also has said it opened up the exit. Although after you smash the those bins or the tanks, it then said it was no longer offering that. So who knows?
well, I agree, Linus. Let's clear this. I vote to clear this floor as well. Perhaps we could find the existence of this exit, or perhaps we can just confirm that it's closed again.
Alright, and let's see. You had the new character with you, who you just... Well, actually, you have two characters in the background now, who are following you. I think Reldon and Garrick. They've kind of...
Yes.
They've mostly stayed away from the danger.
Well,
Okay.
So where are you heading?
are we okay heading towards the rooms around where Garrick was?
Which way was that? Was that to the west, southwest?
Straight
Okay.
west.
So, straight west. That wasn't there. Wasn't that filled with traps?
Well, there was at least one you had discovered. I don't think the group went much further.
All right. Then the other option is to the southwest. Should we go to the southwest first?
I vote for the southwest. We have a system for scouting that doesn't require you to get blasted by mind flayers.
You know, use the book.
I was thinking we might want to leave the book here to watch for anything coming up out of that hole, but it's up to you.
No, maybe we can watch while the book scouts.
Well, the book already went down several of these hallways, but it can't open the doors.
Oh, down to the southwest.
Yeah. Well, it went
Cool.
it went down, like, we didn't reveal the map, but
Cool.
Lou like float along.
Yeah.
But it couldn't open doors.
Cool.
Yeah, it was mostly...
The Gith prisoner is the only thing that the book found alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
So,
Yeah.
do we have a better way of scouting, or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. Very
As a
well.
team, I won't venture too far ahead of you, and I will not be reckless.
So are you
we
leaving...
can-
Unless Azavate.
Did you say you're
out
leaving
of
the book
spells for
here
that.
to keep an eye out, or are you bringing it with you? Oh, looks like you're bringing it with you. Okay.
I think it sounded like everyone decided that we need it to scout, or
Oh,
what
I
do you
thought
prefer?
it had already scouted everything, right?
Well, yeah, it went down all the hallways. It hasn't opened any of the doors, so yeah.
Alright. So we need somebody to open the door, and
Yeah.
I can do that. If you want to leave your book here, that seems like a good idea.
Would be
Yeah,
valuable.
keep an eye out.
It can tell me if
Absolutely.
anything enters this room, yeah.
Yeah. A few seconds can save some lives.
Garrick, seeming a bit tired, would say, is there perhaps someplace I could rest a bit? I feel like all this walking around is getting to me. I would like to just lay down.
The lab friends, do you think? Sorry, go ahead, Mel.
I think we'd all like to lay down at this point.
Indeed. If you can't walk any further, we do not want to push you, but if you're attacked, we don't want you to be too far away either.
So no, if it is a concern, I believe I can push on. All right, so where are you going?
Okay.
Yeah. Keep yourself safe, friend.
Just close behind.
Yeah, I'll say he's following, just yeah, kind of in the background.
I'm deleting ink for now. Just remind me that he is still alive and with me.
That's fine. Are you affected by exhaustion, Linus?
I should be.
All right, I just want to make sure I mark you so I remember.
Yep. But
One level.
I am
correct.
Okay.
I am also at 1 level of exhaustion. I don't know if it matters.
It
Yeah,
does
I mean,
matter.
just mark yourself in case I have to do some passive check or something, or just so I know kind of where you're at. It's also good for your, allies to know that. All right, so Linus, you are heading to the west through the cave.
Yes.
The bodies still lay in this area, just kind of unceremoniously on the ground. Oh, it looks like you have some light on you. Let me light up the torch, people. Alright.
Oh man, it's a pain in the ass to make exhaustion
What do you mean?
macros. Oh, I was just trying to make a few little quick, easy macros to give me exhaustion on my rolls, but oh, there, I see it. Kidding, I found it.
Yeah, there should be a setting for
Great.
that. Okay.
Yep, found it. I'm going to keep. I'll turn around to Azrich and say, friend, maybe you stay 15 or 30 feet away. Don't get too close. Most traps have a 30-foot range.
Alright, so as was kind of described to you by the book, you see that the hallway goes north and south here.
Cool. I'll turn around and say, let's go north.
I guess you've seen this too. You had the fight here. Alright, so the old hallway looks like it hasn't had too much use. There are some footprints in the dust, but compared to some of the other places, doesn't look like many have ventured this way.
Check that skeleton for rings and jewelry, or rings and armor.
Cool. I'll look at the skeleton.
The skeleton is just kind of slumped up against the wall. All of these look like they've been here for a while. The mind flayers have done little to clean this place up. Or perhaps they like the aesthetic. It's hard to say. But yeah, there are a decent amount of bodies left in this hallway.
Is Ophelia nearby? Has she caught up with us?
Oh, she's hanging to the back. She's not exactly excited to be doing this.
Cool.
So nothing in the skeletons?
Now, if you look over the skeletons, there's doesn't seem like there's anything left over on them.
They're here just for decoration, Kudo says.
Again, yeah,
What it
maybe
seems.
the aesthetic.
It's a very long hallway. Just sit
Yes,
back
just
here
it is.
for a second.
It turns.
Yeah, so one thing of interest that with your 16 passive, and actually several of you with higher passives might notice is that there are a bunch of scorch marks on the floor here. Look fairly recent.
Careful.
Hey, Linus, it looks
Cool.
like it's completely fine. There's definitely not scorch marks there. Just go on ahead.
I'll start looking around for triggers.
Where did the
Sure.
scorch marks start?
The scorch marks look like they come all the way down this hallway. As you step
Like where
forward,
we're standing?
Not back here. Kind of. Oh wait, I'm in GM. That's why you can't see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
they're
don't know.
on this hallway down here, where Clank is just stepped.
Okay, so it's this is the hallway that shows scorch marks.
Yes.
Okay.
I go up and touch Clank and give him guidance and immediately back up.
You would also notice that there is a Gith corpse in this hallway that's been basically burned, like pretty badly, all charred up. Looks fairly recent.
Ooh. So I suspect there is something nearby. Do I see anything within 10 feet of me?
Give
Any
me,
invisible markings?
I guess give me an
Or-
active perception. Or wait, is there something you have that lets you see invisible?
Yeah.
Blind sight, I see.
Walker?
No, there's nothing seemingly invisible in this area. You don't sense anything creeping around.
Ooh, that should be a 16.
16.
Plus a
Uh,
D4. Yeah, he is.
My perception check, I have,
Oh, reliable talent.
yes.
All right. So you take a look up and down the hallway, though maybe a little bit concerning is that you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Or wait, D4? Sure, give me a D4.
He gets a D4 on top of his 16 because I walked up and gave him guidance.
Actually,
19.
can
that
you just
helps.
link reliable talent really quick?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it is the 16 before the D4 roll. I just want to check that. Okay. Yeah, so it's just the roll. So the thing goes on after. So yeah, even with a 19, you're looking around. Man, you wish you weren't feeling so exhausted. You feel like you might be missing something.
Bet.
No.
Ophelia, do you see anything?
I walk up and I am praying to Halor that he helps me be
Okay.
able to see something here, since Clank seems to be on edge and there's plenty of signs being like, this is not right.
Alright. So,
Perception.
as you walk up, you would
No.
hear a voice coming from down the hallway. Someone in common would say, is anyone there? Please help us.
I will shout back and I'm like, who are you, friends? We're here to save people that are trapped.
Says, we are prisoners of the Mind Flayers. We are Githzerai. I
Oh,
promise.
this
yes.
is right.
I promise we mean you no harm. Just can you please come back here and free us from these shackles?
That might be possible, but can you explain what these burn marks out here? It seems to be impeding our way.
He says, yes, I believe at one point there was a great flame from back there. I had assumed it was just perhaps a Mind Flayer doing magic, but I don't know. Maybe there's something more sinister.
Well, let's figure out a way to get past this, and we're gonna try to come save you guys. We already saved some other Githyanki.
He nods. He says, all right, just be cautious.
I don't see anything, so I'm just gonna.
What did you
give
get?
Azovich.
Oh, you got a 16?
I didn't get it. Yeah, I was gonna give the next person that was gonna check guidance, but Azovich rolled already, so.
Oh.
So Azovich steps forward to take a look. Sure, we'll say you did guidance. Just just you might want to make sure that he says that before you roll next time, Azovich. So with
Okay.
a 21, go ahead and put your token up there if you're looking around. You would notice where the Gith corpse is. Looks like the floor is slightly sunk in, which was being well hidden by all the ash. But there might be pressure plates over here. I'll outline it where you see it.
Yay.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Give me a sec. It's being weird.
And what's the distance we can jump? Yeah, calculate that.
You can jump up to your strength score in distance.
Okay.
So those are where
Is
you
there-
see the pressure plates.
Not very far. I cannot make it across.
Another option is to use acrobatics to try to move quickly and balance over the plates. A little bit more risky, but also an option.
Is there a way we could put like pitons or something into the wall? Do we have a ladder?
I mean,
A
I can
board?
fly over there.
As can I.
I mean, I
for
would
the other-
normally just teleport across, but I can no longer teleport.
So we have like pitons and rope and other things. Is there? Should we try that?
Sounds like a splendid plan.
Cool. And well, first, let me look around and see if there's any way to disable this trigger mechanism.
All right, give me
I
an
walk up.
investigation.
Walk up to Clank and say, I know Paler is going to guide us out of this place with your help.
And then run
With
away.
with the guidance.
Yeah,
Good
Exactly
luck.
right.
All right, could you give him a D4 or he can roll?
Ooh,
All right,
nice.
23. Excuse me.
-2.
It's already been
Got
Yeah.
corrected.
I think it's
That's
Oh,
already in there. He
nice.
did if you look at the breakdown. So it looks like there you can kind of see between the plates that it does look like there are some kind of wiring, like silver wires below. Might be part of the mechanism. It seems like they are going to the east over there. So you're guessing there might be some kind of box or panel to disable this, as it doesn't seem to be exactly a magical trap.
Cool.
I'll
And
say
I'll-
also with a 23, you also notice like small openings on the wall. So you're guessing these might shoot out flame if the trap is triggered.
I'll point that out to Frank. I'll back up and then take a run and start and jump across.
Alright. I assume you have a strength of at least 11.
Yes, I do.
Alright, so you land on the other side safely. You don't have to make a check for that.
Yeah. Cool. And I'll try to find a way to disable the trap over here.
Okay. So you're looking around over here. Give me another perception.
Ooh.
Alright, so you would notice on the wall here, it looks like there are buttons.
Ooh.
You would guess
I'll step over.
this is probably to disable the trap. The buttons look like stones that are part of the wall, so it's a fairly decent way of hiding the mechanism. But yeah, you think most likely the button that is currently not pushed in might be the one that turns it off, if it's still active. It's hard to say.
Cool. I'll I guess try to deactivate it.
You'd also see the Gith over here would say, please, can you untie us?
One moment, please, and I'll do my best to deactivate it.
Alright, so you press the button, and there is a click. You believe the trap should be disabled.
Are there any heavy rocks?
Yeah, sure. This room is partially caved in, so.
I'll pick up a heavy rock and toss it on there.
Alright.
Step
So,
back.
you hurl the rock over. As it hits the pressure plate, there is a click, but nothing happens, luckily.
Nice.
Cool. I'll tell friends. Please, I think it's safe.
So there are 3 individuals here. 2 who seem maybe a bit younger, and 1 who is slightly older. She is blindfolded, and probably, you would guess, is probably, maybe a little bit further in age than the others.
Cool.
The woman would say, could you please get these shackles off of us? Whoever you are.
Will you harm us?
No, of course not. We just want to get out of here.
Do they look weakened or like they've been imprisoned for a while?
Yeah, they look pretty tired. Probably a
Okay.
little bit malnourished.
Okay. So it
Seems
definitely
like
looks
a-
like they've been imprisoned, you know.
Yeah, it just seems like a strange place to keep them. That might be the one thing that's odd to you.
And we
Investigate
somebody-
for illusions.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
exactly. I'll look back at our wizards. Do you see anything funny about this? Can you take a closer look?
Is there any way to look and see if it's like an illusion?
I mean, interacting with them. Illusions aren't generally solid.
I don't have detect magic.
Just
don't
take
know
a
the
close
technique.
look.
You could
Perhaps
investigate
investigate.
them.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll investigate.
I'll look around at the shackles and at the Gith and at the room.
Alright, so you move up, taking a bit of a closer look.
Ophelia, can you give me one of your blessings? It seems to help the others when you do that.
Yes, Paler is always glad to bless those who wish to follow his steps.
Alright, so yeah, I mean you can feel them. They seem solid, so you don't think they're illusions. You would notice that they seem very tired, as if they haven't slept very well, which, you know, would make sense being chained up here. You don't notice any real reasons why they'd be kept back here. But yeah, they seem like they're real.
Why are you kept back here?
Do-
Sorry, go ahead. Udo. I've been
Do you mind if I'll call to one of the Gith? Well, no, that's a good question. Go for it.
So if you say, who are you asking exactly, or just kind of all of them?
all 3 of them. I'm focusing on the one who's blindfolded.
So the 2 monks sort of like look back and forth, or the younger ones. The older woman would say, I believe they were doing some sort of experiments on us back here, though I don't know exactly why they didn't just keep us in a room like most of the others.
Do you carry tadpoles?
She says, what's that? Sorry, I I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you mind if I check?
Give me insight checks.
Everyone?
Whoever wants to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, so let's see. I assume the 26 is not including the -2?
Correct. It'd be 24.
Yeah, I think you can make a global modifier for that if you're using the old sheet. But let's see. So Ophelia and Linus, you're not sure you believe her either when she says she doesn't carry a tadpole or that she doesn't know what they are.
Do you mind if I? Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say. We're literally saying the same thing, but I was gonna say, friends, we do need to take precautions here. Would you mind if one of my friends here just decides to check you out before we release you? We just need to ensure our own safety, of course. I'm sure you can understand.
She says, could you maybe untie us first just to free us from these bindings and maybe then check us however you need to?
No.
No.
She says, well,
I say sorry.
I am not in a position to argue, obviously, so do what you must.
Can I
You know, it's,
in the meantime, while they're tied though, can I do like a medicine check on them? Just make sure they're okay. See if there's anything wrong. Oh, never mind. Yeah, they're okay.
So you're looking over them. Again, they seem very tired. There are some medical signs that they might have come into contact with a tadpole, but it's kind of hard to know for sure just by looking at them.
Do you mind? Please keep your mind open. And with that, I'll try to link into their mind.
Alright, which one are you doing first?
I'll do the one that everybody seems to be focused on. The whoever's been
elder?
talking is the elder. Sure.
Alright, so you connect to her. You don't sense any other voices when you speak to her. She just kind of speaks back to you. Though that doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't have a tadpole.
And I'll link to the others.
So the third one over here, while it doesn't speak back to you, you do sort of hear the strange humming that you heard when connecting to one of those in the tank, which, at least for the one you connected to, was a sign that there was a bit of an infestation in his psyche.
Yeah, I'll give a silent nod to the others, or if we're yeah, I'll give a silent nod to the others. I guess they can come to their own conclusions. How long has that humming been in your mind? I'll ask the third one.
He says, what do you mean? What humming? And he seems...
You did not hear it.
I'll say that he seems a bit nervous and definitely worried now. I'll say Ophelia, Ophelia, you can tell with your passive that, yeah, he's definitely unnerved when Kudo said that.
I'm going to actually just walk up to him while Kudo is kind of interrogating him and kneel down and tell him, be like, friend, it is best that you just be honest with us. We do have ways, even some other people that have had these tadpoles infect them. But we need to know we can be able to trust you. If you do have this thing, there may be ways that we can help. We are currently actually searching for a remedy right now. And we wish to not dispose of you simply because of it. We just wish to know what we are working with.
All right. And does anyone else have anything they want to say, just to make sure everyone gets a chance to talk here? But he would give me a persuasion check. Or was someone saying
Oh,
something?
lovely.
I'll let this go, and then I wouldn't mind chiming in.
Okay.
15.
15. All right. So he says, do you? I mean, I'm not saying I have been exposed, but do you have a way of perhaps curing such an affliction?
I mean, not currently,
Wishful
but it
thinking.
is something we are looking for.
He says, well, yes. Then they did. They put something in my eye. It was fairly recent. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in danger or what's going to happen. But I know these creatures, these tadpoles, I think you call them, are. I've heard rumors. Nothing I want to believe though.
And is that
Oh.
all they did to you? Did they do anything to your friends as well?
He kind of looks over and says, well, I'm not sure. I was unconscious for a good amount of time after the procedure. The other one says, they didn't do anything to me, I swear it.
Kind of put a hand on this Git's shoulder, just trying to be reassuring as I looked at Kudo as he wanted to say something.
I'll look at this one for any signs of ceramorphosis.
How would you know that? Do you have something that gives you that knowledge? I guess you'd kind of have it in your background.
Haven't we seen guys that have gone through ceramorphosis? I mean, like,
You've
is he growing like a tentacle or anything like that? Like, you
so
know.
the only ones
Oh.
you've encountered here have been in tanks, I think.
Which is
those-
something, right?
Those were all very obvious, as their mind just kind of was a little bit gone. I guess give me a medicine check if you're looking over him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was maybe physical signs, not just mental signs.
All right.
Nope.
I'm gonna
So
pray.
guidance, okay. D4.
Perhaps
check
you
myself.
should take a look, Ophelia.
Yeah, I'm
She-
gonna look.
I think she did already. She rolled a natural 1.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter then.
Yeah. So I mean, you look these guys over. They look exhausted, but it's really hard to tell if. Well, obviously the one admitted it, but the other two, you don't really get much just by looking at them. I think.
And why do they?
Go ahead.
And why do they hood? She has a hood on her, or
She has a blindfold.
why do they blindfold you? Can I ask?
She says, "I am a scion. If I can't see, I can't use a lot of my abilities." They did it for
Well,
safety.
I'll look to the others. Well, I'll look to the others and say,
Kudo, should I continue?
it is up to you. I think this one
Oh.
has another.
This one has another what?
It is up to you. I think this one has another presence in its mind.
I'll
would
untie the
say,
one right in front of me.
You're looking at this guy for what?
I was just gonna begin untying them.
All right, so you untie this first one in front of you. He'll stand up nodding and say, thank you so much. Do you have a way of getting us out of here?
Not yet.
Just nods and says, well, just let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I'm a trained fighter, so I'm happy to assist you in any way you need.
We are going to be getting ready to go take on this boss of this labyrinth here. I think it was like an Elder Brain or something that it was called. Perhaps if you might join us and some of the other survivors of this place, we are looking to revolt out, take over, and leave.
Nods. He says, of course, I'd be happy to help you dole out some vengeance for what this Elder Brain has done. He says, but, I mean, maybe it might be best if we just left, wouldn't it?
I'm afraid that choice is far
We've
beyond
tried.
ours.
He says, alright, well, if there's no other option, then yes, I will happily help fight, even if it means my life.
I feel the same, and I'll fist bump him. Your friends are trustworthy.
He says, yes, very much so.
I'll go up to the next one then, and kind of be reassuring, put a hand on his chest while I start, like untying the other before the scion.
The one with the tadpole? Or the worm?
Yeah, I'll release the one with the tadpole.
Alright, so you untie, I guess, technically they're shackled up, but I'll say it's pretty easy to, pick the locks. Don't you have a rogue?
Yes.
Someone with tools? Yeah.
That
So
is me.
I'll say, yeah, it's like, it's a low DC, so I'll just say you unlock his shackles. He also stands and says, I'm ready to serve, friend, and gives you a salute. Thank you for, not just killing me.
Thank you for being honest. It means a lot.
He nods.
I guess I'm gonna go up to the last one. I'll pull off her blindfold first.
I guess...
And,
hang on a sec. I guess I should give these guys, I should give you their names. So... the first one says, says, my name is Calric. It is an honor to meet all of you. And the other one... oh, there it is. He would identify himself as Gishkin.
and the scion.
Alright, so are you going to unblindfold her or untie her? Or I'm
I'm gonna unblindfold her first. Look
Okay.
at her before I untie her.
So
Talk to her a little bit as I'm doing so.
she squints a bit. The first thing you would notice is that her eyes seem to be letting off a greenish glow, like you don't actually see her pupils or anything. And she will also stand smiling and say, thank you, friends. I owe you quite a bit for this. My name
thank you, guys.
is Nasaba.
Yeah, well, let us work together to escape this hellish place.
She nods and says, I will do whatever is necessary. I hopefully can assist you with my psionic strength.
We already have others waiting right before we make the final push. Perhaps you could join them in the meantime.
She nods and says,
Do you
"Of
know-
course."
Do you know of a safe spot to rest in this area?
I mean, that seemed like a pretty safe spot.
She would say,
Looks very
unfortunately,
easily defendable.
yeah, she says, unfortunately, we don't really know much about this place. We were just brought here very recently. It seems like you discovered some sort of trap, so perhaps with use of that, it would make this area safe. Though I'd understand if you... I wouldn't really want to stay here, though I'd understand if you wanted to. I just don't have great memories of being here.
Well, we wish to clear this level, and so we're going to check to the south of here.
Okay.
Careful of traps, Azovich.
Didn't we already walk through this hall, though?
I'm not talking about
Place
right
is
here.
still mysterious.
I'm not talking about right here, but to the south.
Just further.
Oh,
We
yeah,
haven't
indeed.
So Garrick, the Githzerai, or sorry, the Githyanki, as the three Githzerai kind of walk down the hallway and see him, there's like almost a pause as they kind of look at each other, eyes narrowing a bit. The woman says, "You keep dangerous company. The Githyanki are not to be trusted."
Well, I think we're going to have to trust each other here, because we're surrounded by mind flayers.
I think we can put aside some differences to work through this turmoil together, and then you guys wish to go your separate ways after. We do have a common enemy, like our friend Linus says. You can do so after we leave this place.
Garrick nods and he says, "Their words are wise, my friends. The flayers are much more of a danger than any sword or weapons I carry. For all our survival, I think we're going to have to work together." They just kind of say, nod and say, "We will respect the wishes of those who saved us." And Garrick is gonna walk up to... let's see, who is Garrick like? Who saved him? Who was it that
Ashes
teleported him?
vortex.
Was it Ashes?
Ashes.
So he kind of
Yeah.
walks towards the back of the group, puts his hand on Ash's shoulder, and whispers, "They all have tadpoles.
Well, how
I
can you
don't
know?
know if we should trust them."
How can you be certain?
He says, "I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's-
It's the same way I was able to sense one in Kudo when I first encountered him. It's just an ability I've always had. It might be
Thank you for
why
telling
the mind flayers didn't kill me."
Thank you for telling me.
He just nods.
When I have an opportunity, I would share that with the other members of my party quietly.
All right.
But
Yeah,
I
we-
do it.
I
I
think
do it subtly.
we detected...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think she was just saying she's going to try to tell you all when she has a moment.
I'd say it
Okay.
is not out of the norm of what we were expecting. I thought it was pretty much assumed that we knew that.
I don't think
but-
she's telling you right now. She was saying that out of character. Because right now you're all kind of walking down the hallway with them nearby.
Yeah, I didn't want to necessarily announce what he just told
okay.
me. I didn't want to necessarily announce what he just like kind of shared kind of confidentially to me, but like I would let everyone know that he feels that Garrick feels pretty sure that they all have tadpoles. At some moment when I'm able to share that with you guys, kind of.
Well, just let me
quietly.
know when you're going to do that. Because you can choose when you want to do that. 'Cause
Okay.
It'll
Well,
probably...
so
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so were you saying something, Kudo, as well?
Well, if I don't know, I don't know, I guess. So, no,
don't
not
know
saying
yet.
anything.
Yeah. All
But
right.
I thought we already knew the third
I
one.
think
I
we already
guess-
suspected that we knew the one, right? We were
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
we
sure.
knew the third, but we suspected all three.
Yeah. Mhm.
You know the third one has one, but you rolled poorly on the other two.
Yeah,
you weren't
I don't think
sure.
it's a big deal
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Yeah, I don't think it's a
And-
big deal what he just told us, but I would let everyone know, like, one at a time, when I can get each of you alone or quietly, you know.
Yeah. All right.
So probably whomever's in the back of the pack first, maybe, because that's where it sounded like we were walking when Garrick told me.
All right. So you're kind of looking for an opportunity to tell someone.
Hmm.
So Clank, you are moving down the hallway here. You don't see anything out of the ordinary just yet.
And I think I was about down here during the battle.
Yeah, you were in this area below where
Yeah.
the what was it? Radiant, whatever it was
Mhm.
called.
Thickening Radiance, yeah.
Yeah.
So, based on the way we're positioned right now, I'm going to say that I shared it with Ophelia and Kudo.
All right.
That,
So
that Garrick
you
feels
So-
sure that all three of them are infected.
Kudo
doesn't
will
have
just give you. Oh, go ahead. Kudo will give you a knowing nod. Be like, we assumed as such.
Yeah.
Just have to monitor them closely through the night.
All right. Ophelia, I assume, just remains silent.
Yeah, she same ilk.
All right. So you get to a turn, which goes to the west, but also continues south.
To the west, my friends, let us not leave a door open behind us.
Check the whole way.
Alright, so there's a metal double door here. You would notice that there is a light coming from under the door. Either something's inside or the room is lit by something.
I'll pass that along and begin to look for traps or runes on this door.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception.
And mind you, I have line sight for 10 feet.
Yeah. Alright, so you're looking over the door. Nothing really jumps out at you as far as traps are concerned. It seems fairly normal. You don't see like scratches or any type of indicator that there's any issues here.
Okay, cool. Oh, man. Cool. Then I'll see if it's unlockable. Before I do, I'll turn around and say, Azovich, Ophelia, maybe step around the corner. 30 feet.
Standard 30-foot spread. Alright. Go ahead, give me a... well, I guess it is locked. I'll say you check it, and it seems to be locked.
Cool. Then I will try to unlock it with my thieves tools.
Alright, the lock doesn't look too difficult. I'll say DC 15. Which I'm not even sure you can fail that. Okay, so I guess technically you could. So you would work the lock for a moment, which will then unlock it with a satisfying click.
Do I hear anything on the other side?
Not so far. Seems quiet.
Well, then I will open it.
Okay. So the door pushes open with a little bit of resistance. It looks like some kind of old laboratory, similar to some of the other rooms. However, this one doesn't have a bunch of tanks in it.
I will pass that along.
You see several shelves, some with books, Some with what look like glass containers, which may have some old ingredients, possibly some components.
Friends, take a few minutes to look around.
Yeah, definitely. I would dig into the
I'll
papers and
look
the
through
bottles and
these.
stuff. Yeah.
All right,
Looking
go ahead
for
and just give
books.
me perception checks if you're all just searching around. Looking
Can
at
I do investigation?
it,
That's fine. That's fine.
let's see. Is there anything to investigate in here?
21.
Nice.
All right. So, yeah, you're all kind of looking around. I'll say you find a couple of things. Hazovich spotting a couple of useful things on the shelves and kind of near where the crates are there. Let's see. So you would notice there's a couple of what look like dissected tadpoles on the desk over here, or on the table, the lab table. And there are some more of them in jars on the shelf.
Dead?
There's 4 of them. The ones in jars don't appear to be dead. The dissected ones are. Let's see.
So 4 live tadpoles.
Yes, sorry, for live ones. I guess if you want to take the dead ones, you can. Though they're look like they've, yeah, they're not in the best shape. You're not sure how useful they'll be. Now, it does look like there is some sort of like a list of possibly like resources on a piece of paper. Now, you said you can speak any language, right, Vel?
Yeah, I can read any language right now with my third eye ability up.
Yeah, I don't think
So I have
any
the
of you,
aura on me. Sorry.
I don't think
I
any of you
reminded myself.
have deep speech, so I think Vel is the only one that would understand this. Basically, it looks like a list of resources, like a maybe a quartermaster's paper. It's marked as being in the secret storage room. I guess investigation of this might give you some more info.
Okay.
Alright. So, yeah, none of these things are in this room as far as you can tell. So you're guessing this refers to another storage room in the area. Wonder why it's marked as secret.
Seems there's another storage room somewhere where they're keeping perhaps more components.
Perhaps one of these bookcases. Ophelia, do you mind checking this bookcase? Ophelia and Linus, you guys have a good eye. Do you think you can check this bookcase to the south?
Absolutely.
Take a look at it. There also are some crates here, which you could pry open. There might be something inside them. You look at that south bookcase, but you don't see anything to indicate there's anything secret there. Just seems like a normal shelf to you.
And we'll pry open these crates. And I'll say, so should I take the tadpoles and Ophelia, you take the religious components, and Ashes and Vel, do you want to split the arcane components?
Sure. Lou, is the tadpoles, are they similar to the one that I found that was intended for me, or are they different?
No, these look like the normal ones. Because I think you found others that were normal, right?
Yes, we have normal ones and we have one enhanced one.
Yeah, so you only have one of the enhanced one. But yeah, these look like more normal ones. Actually, there might be something else you can deduce from the experiment on the table. That would be an investigation check. Any of you can make it if you're looking at it. Oh. Alright, so Ashes, you would guess that they were probably doing some experimenting that could be involved in creating the enhanced tadpole. These dead ones might have been used to kind of give them information on some of the abilities of the normal ones, and maybe used to enhance the abilities of one of the others. Obviously, the one they made. Well, unless there's another one, it's probably the one they made for Vel.
I would share that.
So, yeah. You don't know much about what was involved in these experiments, but it looks like they took quite a few tadpoles to do this. You might wonder, Kudo, if something similar was done for you, where you were worked on.
Yep. There's got to be something more to this room. Have we opened up the crates?
Does anyone have a crowbar? I mean, I guess you could just rip them open or smash
that
them.
line
We
of
do have a
stuff.
crowbar.
Alright, so yeah, with a crowbar, I'll just say you can pop them open. You would find a few other things. So it looks like sort of exotic pieces of equipment that many of the Arcanists here wouldn't know much about what it does, what their purpose is.
How heavy is that?
Oh, that is, I don't know, 10 pounds, I'll say. There's a couple of different things. You would notice some of it on the table as well. Maybe this was like some extra in case they needed it. So similar to what is some of the tools set up in the laboratory.
Could we just pass some
Okay.
time here and like carefully look for any secret doors or anything like that to that nature?
I look at Kudo and I say, are we sure that this secret room is in here? Could it perhaps be down another hallway?
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, I mean, so nothing was noticed, so you probably, I mean, you can keep looking, but generally, yeah, it would go by what was rolled.
Pull out all the
Okay.
books and tug on all the wall sconces and
Yeah, I mean, you could probably wreck
Knock
the
on all the
place,
blocks
and
of
if there
stone.
was if there was something there, you might have a bit of a easier time finding it. But yeah, it's most likely there's nothing there, or you just missed a detail, unfortunately. All right. Do you want to pass time here and do anything, or what do you want to do?
let's continue to explore this level.
Cool.
All right. So you
Or that's
can
my vote. Yeah.
you can continue south, or obviously go back the way you came. Actually, I'll say with some of the things Ash has pointed out, Vel, with what we were talking about previously, you think some of these tools might be usable on Linus for what was talked about.
Hmm.
Okay. So we did take the tools.
Yep.
Okay.
Lab equipment is expensive.
You guys took all the components and stuff because I didn't add that to the ledger since it should be
did
on
add
your
it,
character.
Yeah. How many do I get? I didn't write it down.
Well, write it down, please.
I think it
Uh,
was 440.
440. So I'll take 220.
Yeah, because I think you and Ashes were splitting it, and I assume Ophelia is getting the religious ones.
I did indeed add them.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like as you get to this point, you would see that the hallway goes east and west. Unfortunately, both of them seem to have caved in. So it doesn't seem like you can go very far here. But you can continue south.
South we go.
Lead on.
Alright, so as you get to this point, Linus, you would notice that there are a bunch of small holes in the ground up ahead.
Looks like another trap. I'll begin looking around for pressure plates and such, tripwires.
So you already noticed that at this point you'd need an investigation to figure out more.
Cool. I'll do that. See, Ophelia is typing. Oh, that's not cool.
I don't actually.
Alright.
So my low roll is a 13.
Alright, so yeah, you're examining the floor where the little holes are, but yeah, it doesn't. You can't really deduce too much about what's going on here. Although I will mark the area that you've noticed these things. Just
Cool.
to give you an idea.
I walk up to the back of Ashes and give her a slight little tap on the shoulder, and I say, "You have always been quite skilled in looking through things and seeing things that have not been there. Perhaps you could assist Linus. Looks like he needs it."
Very well.
So that's where the
Let's step
holes
up
are.
next. Step up next to Linus and take a look.
Okay.
Right. What investigation did you say?
Yeah, it'd be investigation.
Wah-wah.
So yeah, you're looking around. You're also kind of stumped, scratching your head. Doesn't seem like.
Oh well, I guess she tapped my shoulder, but I don't know that it's going to help too much.
It'd be a D4, yeah.
So
All right, sure. Do a D4. So, yeah, you're
13, yeah.
you're a little bit confused by it, although you're pretty sure this might be some kind of trap. You just
I
don't
say-
have, yeah.
I look at Vel and I go, "Vel, can you go help those two fools out?"
I'm not very good at it, but I could try.
Multiple investigators in this group.
Nice.
Hey,
All right.
and a D4.
So yeah, you're almost positive that these little holes are containing some kind of sharp, spiky things in them. You don't see any pressure plates, but you're fairly certain that something will cause this to activate if you enter those areas.
I think walking on these would be very bad.
Cool. Let me run across
It's like
them.
some spikes on the floor will pop up. Doesn't look too
Can
familiar.
Can I like mage hand and have the hand fly over and press it into the ground there?
As if you're trying to, like, set it off?
Yeah.
Well, she said
Apply
there were no
pressure to
pressure
it.
plates, so you're not sure if a mage hand will activate whatever this is. It's kind of odd. There's no obvious mechanical trigger. But I'll say if you test that out, you make your mage hand and press against the floor. Nothing would happen.
Nothing happened flying it across the back all the way.
No, nothing happens as the mage hand flies across. I guess, Linus, give me
Okay.
a, intelligence check? I'm trying to think if there's a good skill for this. But, yeah, just, I guess, intelligence.
Should not be it. Yeah.
So, you, well, it wouldn't be a hard check. I'll say you remember that there are certain traps that have magical triggers. So that might be what will cause this to go off.
I'll pass that along.
Some sort of spell that, in reaction to a certain thing happening, will trigger a trap.
Unfortunately, I'm spent on spells.
I. Any other thoughts, or can I throw a thought out?
Throw it.
Our Githyanki prisoners that we don't quite trust.
What?
What
Yes.
about them?
That was ominous.
Right?
We can ask them to cross these plates for us to see what happens.
Harsh.
Or maybe they have the ability to dispel. Maybe.
That might be.
Oh, is that what you
I look
meant?
back at.
That's totally what he meant.
I'm hoping. Look back at Reldon. Because he came with us, right?
Well, yeah, he's, Reldon's a bit behind everyone. He's kind of hanging out, keeping an eye on the back, along with your other people.
I look at Reldon and I go, Reldon, as one trained in the magics, do you perhaps have a way to dispel or detect any magical areas that we may pass this area safely?
Says, unfortunately, my magic is depleted. I don't really have anything I can do for today.
Why did we even save you? And she kind of like looks back and winks at him, like joking around.
He says, well, I might be able to help with a ritual for resting at night. Hopefully that makes me more valuable.
Yeah, oh, Reldon, I'm glad you're with us, but I hope you know I was only teasing.
He just smiles.
Perhaps we could just cover the holes.
I don't think it's that simple.
If it were our shoes,
yeah.
we'd probably.
Just step on it and see what happens.
Do we have any scrolls that may be of use here by any chance?
I can jump across.
At least one of us can.
I can get across. Magically.
Yeah.
I can't. I
I mean, I could send ink, but we might lose him.
cannot get across, so you guys will be on your own.
Sending ink is not a bad idea before we commit much more.
Alright.
Alright, so you're going to send ink. Ink gives you a second.
Poor little brave ink is going to fly into this area and see if it sets it off.
Well, with the 220 arcane components, you can summon
Yeah.
22 more inks.
Ink will now give Kudo a dirty look as well. All right, so ink size and we'll fly forward. Give me a deck save.
Okay.
So as it flies through the area, a
Aw.
reddish glow will appear for a moment, and then just like spikes from every direction, like just impale and destroy him.
No.
As the whole area fills with basically a bunch of like spiky spears going through, and then they will retract back into the holes. They came out of the wall and
Ophelia's-
ceiling as well. You must have not noticed those.
Ophelia's eyes widen in somewhat horror and go, well, do you think that
Oh, and now
That
just really quick, seeing that you would know for sure.
Yeah, flying or
Linus-
jumping is not a good idea.
Yeah, you think this is a magical like trigger, so it can be dispelled, and there is a possible way you can also thieves tool it. You just need to figure out the source of where the magic is, which would.
Can we detect?
Or go ahead.
Can we detect the source? And I guess Ashes, if you want, might be here for some time. You could summon a new friend. I'm sorry about Ink.
Start
Ink's
summoning Ink
demise.
again.
It's only temporary.
It's like demons. He gets
Sorry,
a new
go
body when he goes back to the
Exactly.
hells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he
I guess
likes
then I
it.
will sit down and start casting then if they're gonna investigate for a bit.
All right. So you are working on that. And what are you doing, Linus?
I'm looking around for any sort of way, any sort of panel or any sort of way to get rid of these.
So I'll
Rings.
say because you got some new information, I'll give you another investigate check and see what you can find.
I will go up and touch Clank and say, please, don't let us be like poor Ink here. Can you hope you can find a way? Oh.
Oh, so you're looking around and you're just like, no, just you're not finding anything. You might
Oh.
need some other way to find the
14.
source. Yeah, it still wouldn't be enough.
Cool. Yep. Unfortunate.
It would make
Sorry,
you
friend.
guess there's something of value over there. Though they'd have to have a way of turning this off unless they just made it so mind flayers aren't affected by the trigger, which would make the most sense to you.
Say that one more time.
Just that there might be something valuable back there. There's probably a way to turn it off, though they may have just made it so mind flayers aren't affected by the trigger of this trap, so mind flayers could walk through. Or
I'm gonna
float.
try to cast a spell
Put,
through
put
the
one
area.
of the live put one of the live tadpoles on the square and see if it triggers. Because then we can know whether the tadpole people can go through.
Mhm. You just
I
gonna...
think John was saying something.
Oh,
Sorry,
what were you
go
saying,
ahead.
John?
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast a spell just through the area and try to hit the wall down here.
Like a cantrip?
Yeah, I'll just use like Ray of Frost.
Alright, so you
and see
fire
if that
your magic past. Nothing seems to happen. Similar to the mage hand. Didn't seem like it triggers it.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, you have some tadpoles in those jars if you want to try to put one on there.
Not
I
my
guess.
tadpole.
Not the special one.
Wait, what are we doing?
I was
Someone-
just suggesting that if by chance they have the magical trigger here ignores mind flayers and just zaps everything else that's living, then I was wondering
Good
I was
idea.
wondering whether or not a tadpole person could pass. But
Oh.
I don't know if we want to waste a tadpole or not.
Oh, okay. So I'll pull out one of the jars and hand it over to somebody who has Mage Hand. I guess Azovich. Can you? I'll take one of the regular tadpoles and ask him to kind of maybe carry it through.
Float it over.
You can do that.
All right, so Azovich, maybe with the mage hand, fishes it out of the water and starts floating it forward. Indeed, the tadpole does pass over, not triggering the trap.
Interesting.
So
Hey,
Okay.
Kuda.
tadpoles are not. Uh-oh. Science.
All right. So is this the theory? I'll look back at the party questioningly.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Good luck."
Oh, I thought you were gonna push.
That's what I thought too. Good luck, shove.
Come up.
Ah.
I
Yeah.
come up and also touch on the shoulder and I say, "Yeah, dude, for sure. Good luck. You saw ink."
What are you good in guidance him in? Which skill?
This is 2014.
Acrobatics?
Dex.
But-
Probably. Oh, does it have to be a skill? Mm.
Dex. Maybe Dex. Yeah.
It would be with the updated guidance. It would be a specific skill.
Do you want me to just do the updated guidance, or do you want me to still play 2014 like I am with the rest of her?
Hey,
It's a little confusing
Because you said don't pick and choose and use only 2014 or 2024 because
the-
otherwise I'd be using all the new healing spells.
yeah, originally for the mechanics, but the spells I've kind of just been updating. So if you want to update to the new spells, that's fine. You can use the new healings. But yeah, if you step there, nothing would happen.
All right. I'll keep stepping.
Okay, so you walk across, no issue. Doesn't seem like this is triggered by you. It would make
Interesting.
sense.
I'll hold a jar in front of me over here too.
Yeah, nothing would happen.
Okay. Nothing.
Nope.
Stop me or something. Okay. I'll look back at the party. Well, it seems that your theorem has been proven correct, Ashes. Oh shit! I will say. Out.
So, yeah, if you look around the corner there, there's a door which actually is open. And inside the room, past the double doors, you would see a large symbol on the floor, as well as several tanks within the room. This might be another laboratory.
I will communicate that I have found what appears to be another laboratory, but more importantly, there is a runic circle in the middle. I am no wizard, though, and don't know what to make of this. Although, now I am thinking, there might be a way for us to dig through from this side, so that all of us can get here. It just might take us some time.
Well, if we pass a long rest then and restore our magics, then I think we would have some dispels available to us and could turn off this trap for good as well.
True, but even before we rest for the night, which is some time ahead, I think we could just dig our way through this tunnel over here.
FYI, we were blocked off previously. I don't know if it changed down. Yeah, this
Oh,
one
you're
here.
right. We got blocked off over here.
Though
That's right.
he did say he would open up the way for you to leave, at least before you destroyed all his vats.
Yeah. So I'll walk back and be like, should we check to see? So there's a laboratory there, but it is no good to just me.
Didn't we,
Should we see?
use emboldening bond before?
I do not have that anymore, Clank. I need to rest. Or Linus.
What sort of rest?
A long rest.
Oh,
And Kudo didn't get to finish.
Oh, sorry, my bad, Kudo.
Yeah, so he said that he left the way open. Should we just go back the way we came from and see if it's open now?
Well, there is another
Uh,
hallway we could explore, the one with the pit. See where it takes us.
Where's that? Can you ping on the
Where are
map?
you talking about, Ashes?
Here.
We may have explored it already.
Do you see where I'm pinging?
No.
The trap.
No.
Oh, the
Yeah, we
pit.
explored. Oh, down the pit, you mean?
Oh no, I'm
Not a
sorry.
bad idea.
This hallway is not revealed for me, so
Yeah,
I
we
guess.
explored that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
because you weren't here for that game. So yeah, that's
Gotcha.
where they.
But
came from.
we have to pass by there to get where I'm talking about, anyways. So we can check it out again.
And I will remind you guys, you never actually came to this or this area. You had just
Everything's black down there for me, so that
you
must
just
be.
yeah. They sent the arcane eye there, but they never actually explored it.
Gotcha.
So
that's-
does that
oh,
sound like a plan? You can head back
Yeah.
to the south and pass the pit, check the pit out, check out the southern way to the original entrance, and perhaps to the southeast where we have not explored at all.
Okay.
I am down to do that, but perhaps before we even do that, perhaps you can just take our new, they're not Githyanki, what are they?
It's their eye.
Githzerai. Yeah.
Githzerai? I'm like, perhaps you can just take our 3 Githzerai friends and take them across with you, since they can pass.
To do
All
what?
4, in fact. The Githyanki and the Githzerai.
To go
Do what
go
next?
grab components and look at what's ahead past this thing.
I
I've
think
already
he wanted.
seen.
I think he wanted someone with arcane abilities to analyze the circle in there or something, the runes.
Yes, I want one of the wizards to check this out. I am no wizard.
That makes more sense. Thanks, Kudo.
Okay.
Alright, so you're heading back up that way. Back to the.
Did I? Were we there
beginning
10
area.
minutes?
I mean, we could say we wait a little while to let you finish. Although you said
Okay.
you're
Yep.
summoning a. If you're summoning one of your familiars, I think that's an hour and 10 minutes. if you
Oh
do
yeah, I
it
think
as
you're
a-
right. It is. It is. Yeah.
Hour, and I'm okay. I'm okay waiting.
Are you
We don't have
guys,
to. I
You
mean,
guys okay?
I mean, unless you
waiting
guys
there?
want to be able to send him into danger again.
No, yeah, we definitely want to be able to send him into danger rather than
Okay,
us,
then
so
then
let's
I'll
wait.
finish. Okay, then I'll finish the ritual.
Alright, so let me just roll something. Okay. Interesting. The dice
Oh,
are
God.
telling me to do things again.
You fucker.
Oh, look, I do what the dice tell me. That's the way. This is the way.
You can't blame dice for your actions, Leo.
Do you know what game we're playing?
Touche, man. I got nothing for that.
Told you.
that struck my funny bone.
The
That was
unbeatable
good.
argument.
That's like, it's so good, dude. I'm just like, yeah, okay, fair.
Touche.
The left beach.
So Azovich.
Oh, wonderful.
As you're kind of standing in the hallway, just waiting, as Ash is doing her thing over there, you would hear a voice, though you quickly look around and you're not sure who it's coming from. Give me an intelligence save.
No.
And this isn't a charm, right?
It is not, no.
Come on,
Wonderful.
buddy. I believe in you.
Wow. 4.
Alright, just give me one moment to check something. So, the voice sounds a bit familiar. It sounds female. You can't put your finger on who it is, though. The voice would say, Azovich Uthal, the Raven Queen, requires your actions. She says, this is, my name is Yali. I am known as the Walker of the Veil, a servant of the Raven Queen, one of her more powerful ones. She says, you move through a place of great danger. The Raven Queen requires your services.
What must I do?
Are you talking out loud or thinking?
Mentally.
What did you say?
Mentally.
Mentally. So you're kind of looking around a little bit, I don't know if nervous or actually feeling good about this, but the voice would say, there's danger in the tunnels ahead. Keep an eye out. Those who are your friends may turn on you. Be ready for anything.
Okay. I will take heed of that.
She says, I shall speak with you again soon. May the Raven Queen watch over and protect you.
You as well.
Alright, so that's the only thing that happens. No one would, I don't think anyone would, know that happened. But about an hour would pass, and you would once again summon your familiar, who seems a bit annoyed as it flies around your head, sticking its tongue out at you.
Okay.
Was this, this was the imp, right?
No.
Or what was
This
it?
is just a wizard familiar. It's owl stats, but we made it some little fiend creature from the abyss.
Oh, okay, it's demonic then. Alright. So yeah, it seems annoyed, and it complains a bunch, but then it falls in line. Ink. Alright, so what does the group want to do?
Well, friends, we go explore those last few places that we talked about.
Yeah.
Whenever I get a chance, I would say to the party, be weary of our Githyanki, or not Githyanki, psionic friends. I have received a message from the Raven Queen. They may not be as friendly as they seem.
Would I know if this is legitimate, Lou? Like, did he actually hear it?
I assume you're saying this out of earshot of your background characters.
Yes. I would say it to, I'd probably just say it to, Kudo and Ash here.
Say it to who?
Kudo and Ashes.
Okay, so you kind of maybe whisper it to them as you're walking.
I'll
Perhaps we
give
should
him.
tell them to. Perhaps we should. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What was that, Miri?
Oh, she said go ahead. You first.
Oh, what or who provided you this warning? I'll whisper back.
As I stated before, I believe it was a messenger of the Raven.
Oh, okay. Do you receive these messages from the Raven Queen often?
Not super often, but she does send info.
So you're kind of whispering this
Just
as you
would
go
be-
down the hallway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just be careful of what we hear in our minds. Is all.
And
I think
Okay.
that is fair warning.
all right. And what was Asha saying?
She was going to suggest that we have the Githzerai stay put somewhere and rest while we try and find a way out. Or we'll finish clearing and, but tell them that we'll find them when we've discovered an exit.
Mm-hmm. That sounds okay. That sounds good.
All right. So go ahead. You can just move yourselves through the dungeon. You are. Yeah, go ahead. Just keep going. So you said you're going to go south here and basically kind of move along the sides?
Yeah.
I was just flying to uncover the map. It looks like there might have been traps in here. You guys
Oh,
have
yeah.
something?
Yeah,
marked?
there was.
There was a big
Quite a few.
encounter here.
Are they disarmed?
Half my hit points. Traps.
Were they
that's-
disarmed? Yeah.
I think
question.
they were disarmed afterwards.
Yeah.
So you
Okay, well, if you guys have already explored down here, we don't have to go. I just didn't realize that it was.
There's
Oh,
two
but
spots we
this-
didn't explore.
this-
We haven't explored the bottom corner. We haven't.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go.
Exactly. There's that spot, and then also a spot that may have reopened that was closed off to us before.
Oh, okay.
So, and also, it's not a bad idea. Like, if we run out of options, like I don't know, sometimes pits go to other places.
Mm-hmm. True.
So Clank, are you that far ahead right now, or are you just kind of looking around?
I was kind of looking around. Sorry. I mean, I was moving. It seemed like everybody was moving. So.
All right. Well,
There he
yeah,
is.
things are pretty much how you left them. One thing you would notice, the southern hall goes a bit further than it did last time. Although it does still seem to be closed once you get down far enough. So it doesn't look like there is a way out anymore, but some more areas are
Can you
now...
draw-
Go ahead.
Can you draw a line of where it's closed?
Yeah, it should be... You should be able to see. It's like over here, where the wall is.
Oh, I don't even see the line. Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it looks like this creature
Oh,
may have, as it said, taken back its, what do you call it? Its offer to let you go.
I'll point directly to the west, and I'll say, "That's where the other hallway is, and if we can clear this rubble out of the way, I think we can bypass the traps."
Can I take a look at the rubble and like just what kind of volumes of like rocks and stuff would need to be cleared for us to?
So, give me investigation or survival on this one. I'll say either is usable. So you're looking. I mean, it's seems like there's a good combination of small, medium, and a couple of larger rocks that came in from above. You don't really notice too much just looking at the cave-in. You would guess this probably happened naturally. Doesn't seem like there are any markings suggesting it was like done by destroying the walls or ceiling.
Well, Kudo would offer. Oh shit! If it comes
Oh.
towards the end of the day, I can probably, that shovel is maybe too small. I think, but oh shit! Or he doesn't say oh shit, but at the end of the day, I still have enough energies to move the boulders just like I did to the ones to the north. So I can do that later.
So remember that mold earth doesn't affect rock; it only affects dirt.
Yeah,
So you wouldn't.
but I'm
do
talking
anything
about
with boulders. But yeah, with telekinesis, you could probably move some of these larger rocks.
Yeah, they look like similar size to the ones to the north. The ones I moved to the north.
So there is one that's very large. You might need to break it up using a pickaxe, but all the others you are fairly confident you could telekinesis.
Okay. Well, look, that's
Or you might be
expensive
able
option.
to clear a way around the big one.
Oh, okay.
What is
Well,
this
we'll
mark?
come back here. Yeah, later.
What's that marking? Someone drew on the wall there. I think that was Clank. It's chalk.
Okay. Okay.
I think because when the wall disappeared, you wanted to remember where it was. Where this hallway
Yes.
is.
So we're not digging out this place right now. Do it later.
Let's conserve our energies
Alligator.
until
Let us
Later.
go explore the other
Oh,
areas
yeah.
first and come back to this one.
I
What were you saying, Ash? What were you saying, Ashes?
I was suggesting that we should conserve our energies until we've finished exploring, and then we can review our options and make a decision.
Agreed.
Alright, so you come down the hall here. To the south, there is another set of metal doors. And, yeah, they appear to be closed. I'll say, Linus, you think you hear movement on the other side.
will pass that along.
Oh shit. I will get ready to
Yeah.
fuck shit up.
The metal door. Which metal doors? Ones
These
down
two
south?
to the south here, yes.
Cool. Everybody ready?
I will ready myself.
Does anybody else want to do this? Asavich, do you want to open this door?
Yeah, Azavich.
I mean, sure.
I
Yeah,
appreciate your bravery.
Oh, Clank, you
Hey,
should probably mark your level of wounds. Because you're actually quite
Uh,
wounded. At least
yeah.
according to the HP total I'm seeing.
Sorry. Oh, my bad.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Holy shit. What the fuck are you doing leading the way?
what the fuck?
Wait,
Yeah.
I got an idea. Mage hand to
Look.
try to open the door.
Look, someone has to tank all the mind flayers that show up.
You get a rope.
Just like last time.
You get a rope.
Okay.
Rogue
I guess I
frontliner.
I mean, he also has a very
Okay.
good perception, so it does make sense he is in the front. You guys just...
Okay, so mage hand can open doors. Okay, so I'm gonna send the mage hand down there while I stand around the corner.
It can, though I will say these doors are locked. Clank would have figured that out when he walked up. Well, actually, would you have? Did you try to open the door, Clank? I guess you didn't. So you're going to try to do it with Mage Hand?
Yeah.
Alright, so the doors don't budge. And now you would hear in common, is someone out there?
I say we blow open the door.
He says, please, can you get us out of here?
Who are you? I'll call back.
He says, we are prisoners of these vile creatures. Are you?
Obviously.
He says, I've never seen the doors not just open when they came through. I assumed that you must not be mind flayers.
You assumed correctly, but we are very cautious down here. I hope you can understand. But yes, we'll try to free you guys.
So,
Kudo, go open the
thank
doors.
That sounds like a rogue's task.
Oh, they said they only saw mind flayers open it, and you got the tab.
Oh, you are very wise. I will. Did you check it for traps already?
No, I'll come check it real quick. Say fine, turtle. I got you, buddy. Paylor, please grant me abilities to help search this place to protect our turtle friend.
See guidance with the perception. You look around on the door. Nothing seems trapped.
Hey.
All right. Step back. I will try.
Okay.
It's locked.
Yeah,
Told you.
it doesn't open for you. Seems like a normal door.
Oh, I thought it had special privileges. I'm afraid I need and
Only for
require
death
your
traps,
services.
it seems.
Yes,
Hi,
I need to
Kudo,
undergo
I'm sorry.
metamorphosis.
All right, so I'll say you are able to get this open without any trouble. And as
Cool.
soon as you unlock it, the door is going to be pulled open by the guy
Oh, no.
inside. And you see there are humans in this cell, along with a bunch of bones. They say, "Oh, thank you so much for getting us out, friend." He says, "How does one get out of this blasted place?"
Is that a safe
We're-
place to rest?
You can't.
Ah, damn it.
I let them know. We are currently trying to stage a rebellion and gathering all prisoners here to take down the leader to escape safely. Perhaps you'd be interested in joining us.
They kind of look at each other and they're like, "Take down the leader. These things control your mind. They'll make you do things, and then if you don't, if you're too much of a threat, they'll just eat your brain." He says, "Why would you want to fight that? There must be a way out of here. There's a way in. There's got to be a way out."
Not
Well,
until we
we're
take it down, I'm afraid.
Ah,
Yeah. We've killed 2 of the mind flayers already.
he says, "Well, I guess there's no choice then. We're here to help."
I
Okay.
look them over and I say, "Are any of you infected with a tadpole? Just so you guys know, we are not planning on killing you if you are. We are currently searching for ways to rescue those that are trapped here, and it is just information that we can possibly use to our benefit and possibly find a cure for you.
Says,
We actually have an ally here that is also infected."
Well, I've been really tired and felt a bit sick lately. I was unconscious for a long time when they first captured us, so maybe. I don't know what these monsters did to us. They would all kind of agree.
I would step over
Check
near.
over.
Was it Kevik?
Hmm?
Was that who? Who's the Githyanki?
Oh,
No, that's Garrett.
yeah, that was
Garrick. Garrick.
Garrick, yeah.
You know,
I would
I've
step
seen-
over. I would step over next to Garrick and ask him if he senses anything from these 3.
Yeah, good
He would like nod very subtly and say all 3 of them under his breath.
Can I give them like a medicine check just to check like overall health and wellness?
Yeah, sure. You can medicine them.
23 or 21.
So you would agree, even though you didn't hear that, I think, well, maybe you did. You have a pretty good passive perception. You would agree with that assessment that they are indeed infected by tadpoles. All of them.
I will just flat out tell them, be like, "Friends, it seems all 3 of you are infected by tadpoles, so perhaps we can work together to not only escape this place, but overcome this affliction you have
So the
undergone."
one woman will just like go pale and say, no, that there's no cure for that. Are you certain?" And the other 2 look
Hey.
at her concerns, like, what does he mean? And she kind of explains and says, "Oh, come on, friend. There must be something you can do to cure us, right? This can't be hopeless."
It is not
do not-
hopeless, but sorry, go ahead, Kudo.
I do not think there is a cure. I agree. However, it is no guarantee that you will transform. But we will have to watch you carefully. How long have you been holed up there?
Says, he looks to the others, and the woman says, "Oh, I think we've been in there about a day or so. We woke up a while ago, but I don't know how long we were unconscious."
Kudo just taps his chin thoughtfully. We'll just watch you carefully.
Yes, while there is no cure yet, we are looking into ways to possibly help help you guys, even if it is just living with it.
Do
But let us try to do what we can to save you.
do the tadpoles have a 3 or higher intelligence? Because I don't know if this would, because it spell needs a minimum of 3 or higher intelligence.
Well, I'll just.
Go ahead.
Oh, this is kind of out of character, but they are brains. Or no, they're not brains. They're not brains,
They're-
actually.
they're
You're
Like,
right.
more
I would
like-
assume they do, but
So
Yeah.
the tadpoles, I mean, your character would know much about them, but I mean that could be something you assume since they seem to connect to great amounts of psionic energy.
And they talk to you and stuff.
you-
But
I guess, are you asking your
Does-
group or are you just thinking this?
yeah, I would like ask the group, like, how intelligent would these tadpoles be? Would a spell that I could use to control their mind work on them?
So
they are quite.
Go ahead.
Oh, if he's saying that aloud to the party, I'll answer. So Kudo will say, they are quite clever things. However, I think they're also quite resilient against any mind control effects, of course, because, well, they do that sort of thing themselves. But what spell do you speak of, if you don't mind me asking?
Mass suggestion. Because I could just make all of the tadpoles leave if it would work.
Please do not do that to mine.
Well, yeah, I can. Pretty sure I can specifics.
I look at the group with kind of somber eyes, and I was like, hypothetically, what if we were to like kill them, including the tadpole, and then we bring only them back with like a revivify?
That's a very expensive proposition that I think we cannot afford.
Yeah.
That's very expensive.
Wait, kill who?
Yeah,
The
well-
guy says. Who are you killing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I don't think they would want that.
I say, and I look at him and I go, anyone afflicted with the disease, if we kill both host and creature and then only bring back the host, it could be a way. I was just trying to think of potential alternatives.
He says, are you powerful enough to bring back someone you kill?
I am indeed.
Oh. Well, can't you just use that power to kill the tadpole then? And the woman says, it's not always how it works, my friend. She's probably a cleric. My guess is that her abilities to do anything about the tadpole are limited, but I know some clerics of great power can, assuming the time or not too much time has passed, call those back from the afterlife.
Yeah.
She is wise. That is what I can do.
Blue,
Yes.
you were about to say something before. Was it something important for us?
I don't fully remember what I was. Was it before Azovich asked his question?
Well, as he asked this question
What was I talking about?
about mass suggestion.
Oh, that's right. You were asking me about casting suggestion on the tadpoles. Can you link suggestion for a moment? I want to see what it says exactly. Or mass suggestion. Let's see. Details. Oh, there it is as well.
This is the 2024 version is mine.
Yeah.
And they did change it, by the way, very slightly.
Ooh.
Wait, what did they change?
So in the old version, they said it had to be reasonable. Now they just say make your suggestion.
So you would know that that spell requires sight. So you would not be able to see the tadpoles, which is what I thought the wording would say.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't think
would have-
as long as they're
Oh, yeah.
inside people, you cannot. You cannot.
I mean, if they ever attack us,
Yeah.
I can always use it to like make them flee or something.
Of course, that's normally that is definitely an option. However, look, I don't think we're gonna solve the issue right now, and perhaps you guys can go into the background and we can proceed to explore the rest of this level.
They say, yeah, sure. I guess we'll hang out in this area.
Alright.
So Ash is, yeah, the cell is kind of stinky. There's no real toilets, so looks like no one's been to check on them in a while. Probably because you guys started killing all the mind flayers in the area.
Did they give us their names? Not because I want you to generate names, but just because you're using a token that looks like Melody.
Yeah, sure. So it's Bob, Steve, and Karen.
Okay.
They would
Karen.
give you their
Oh,
names.
minor.
Alright, so yeah, if you look down the hallway here, it looks like it dead ends with another door.
Hey, careful, my friend.
Nothing obvious, in the area. Doesn't seem like there are any traps. I will say you think you hear movement inside as you walk up to the door.
Oh, more. Lovely.
More prisoners.
Indeed.
Cool. I'll check to see if the door is locked.
Alright, give me a... well, actually, no. It is locked, yes. You wouldn't even have to roll anything.
Taylor will guide us to save those that are lost, Clank. Perhaps we can save these ones as well.
You say a quick prayer. Alright, so yes, you unlock the door.
Azovich, would you like to open these, or shall I?
Sure, why not? I'll open.
I appreciate your bravery.
So you open...
It's still locked.
You open the door, and you are immediately rushed by a bunch of guys. Give me initiative rolls.
Oof.
Wonderful.
Get him! One
Well,
of them
this-
yells.
This is why you're in front.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, they look like,
You tricked
yeah,
me.
You tricked me. Alright. I think everyone's
What's
on
behind
there.
door number one?
Oh, God.
So it looks like more
Gith.
Githzerai. These guys are not armed like the others were. So the first to act, as the door opens and they rush you, is going to be Ink. Interesting.
He's just gonna hold back and see what happens here. I
Alright.
assume we're gonna try and talk.
Ink lets the moment pass. Linus.
I will run up, stand behind Azovich, and yell out, "We mean you no harm." Ready in action if one steps steps up to Azovich in a threatening manner. I'm gonna blast it.
Alright, so you have your gun readied. Give me, I guess, a persuasion.
Ooh. 17 should be the low roll. I'll figure out.
Do you have reliable for persuasion?
Yeah.
Alright, so you yell your thing. Azovich, what are you gonna do?
Okay, let me just check this radius real quick. Okay. I'm just gonna synaptic static.
Oh, alright. So as Clank runs up saying, "We mean you no harm," you melt their brains.
Okay. So there's
Alright, so you
let's
let
see.
loose a 5th level spell, blasting the area with psionic energy. Give me 8d6, please.
Oh lord.
Ah.
Oh my word.
Okay. So the first one makes an int save, rolling a 1, completely failing. Takes 31 damage, becoming badly wounded. The second one... Oh, and they have a +3 to their int saves. Second one is going to fail as well. This monk taking 31, becoming badly wounded. The third one, int save. Oh, did he make it? What's the DC? What's your DC, Azovich?
16.
Alright, so he would actually make it, taking only 15. I think it's half damage, right?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think.
so
Check.
he takes 15 psychic, getting 1 level of wound and kind of stumbling back. Though that's the only thing. And the last guy actually has some options here. So the looks like there's another older Githzerai in here. No, never mind. I thought he had some spells, but he just has some abilities. So he is going to just make his int save. Fail it, even though he has a +6. Just did not roll well, and he will also take 31. Only gaining 1 level of wound. Alright, anything else, Azovich?
Okay, let's see. So all they everyone that failed has muddled thoughts for 1 minute and rolls a d6 and subtracts the number from all of its attack rolls, ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Yeah, and they get a int save at the end of each turn to drop that, I believe. Alright, Vel,
Let's.
what are you gonna do? So you saw your ally, basically, Clank ran up, it's like, we mean you no harm. Then Azovich just threw some psychic energy into the room, and you heard a bunch of screaming.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold a ray of frost if one comes into sight around the corner there through the doors.
Alright, Kudo.
Yeah, I'm gonna step up a little bit, try to take a gander, and I'm gonna call around the corner. I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry for our friend, but we do not mean no harm. We just freed, and I'll give the name of the elder Scion that we rescued just earlier. We just freed her just moments ago. Please do not fight, and I'll hold an action to unleash Sorceress Burst if they do continue fighting.
So I'll say advantage for the name drop, disadvantage because they've been attacked. So wash on the persuasion.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright, so the Githzerai, the older man, says, wait. You know where she is? Is she safe?
Yes, she's with us, not far behind us.
And at this point, is anyone else going to keep attacking? Or would combat end here? Because the monks look like they were ready to rush at Azovich, but they kind of stop as the older one tells them to wait. Alright, so I'll say you all kind of cease hostilities for the moment. Ending combat. And the older one steps forward and says, is she alright?
She is
We call her
indeed.
forward so she can
Yeah.
like talk with him.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I'll say she comes up, and he says, "You're alive." She says, "Yes, I was imprisoned in another area, but these people saved me." He says, "Well, they certainly took a toll on us." As you see, like a bunch of the monks are like bleeding out of their eyes and ears from the psychic damage.
I would just go. My apologies. I assumed you were enemies as you began to rush.
He says, "Well,"
Lou,
he says,
I don't know if you took this into account, but I think Gith Sarai might be resilient or resistant to psychic.
That's a good question. These are not that high level, but let me check.
I think just as a race, they are.
It doesn't say that on their sheets here, so that might be maybe like a PC thing. So yeah, these
Gotcha.
guys for whatever reason do not have that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so he says, well, actually, we hadn't seen the mind flayers for a bit. We woke up in the vats in there, and we kind of were able to pull ourselves out. We thought you were the mind flayers coming back to get us. One of the vats, and he points to the other side of the room, that was where they were holding, gotta remember her name, Nasava, I think.
The leader
Masala.
chick.
Yeah, that's where they were holding her, and we were sort of semi-conscious in the tanks, but for whatever reason, the lull on our minds wore off, and we were able to escape. Says, we're just glad you didn't kill our queen or any of, or not our queen, but our. I guess you wouldn't call him queen, but I'm glad you didn't kill our commander or any of our other people. It seems like they're all alive here.
Again, my apologies.
That would kind of fill them in that we are attempting to stage a coup, basically, kill the leader of this place and escape, and try to work with everyone to come up with some type of, I don't know if you want to say remedy.
Well, we are certainly in. We're ready to help in whatever way we can. Once we heal up from some of this damage you did to us.
Yeah. So we're going to try to. Our wizard friend has a way to shield us from the psionic energies that seem to stop us from recuperating. So stay close and let us try to recover our energies for this big battle ahead.
All right, so I'll just say they're in the area. Also
We
joining in
want to
background.
try to.
What is this rune system over here, Lou?
So you see that one of the tanks in here looks like it has a bunch of magical runes around it, possibly specialized for something. From what they said, it was where their commander, that woman, was being kept.
Can I read it?
Yeah, you could take a look. Arcana might tell you something about this. Any of you can make the check if you're trained. Okay, so you're examining it. Your guess would be that, yeah, this tank is used for more specialized rituals with the worms, possibly similar to the one that you were going to undergo. It could be useful in treating Linus as well. Luckily, it wasn't smashed or anything. It still seems to be in good shape.
The Bacta tank.
Yeah, exactly. The Mind Flayer Bacta tank.
This vat's more advanced than the others. Perhaps it was what they was going to put me in.
Yeah, you're almost certain that this would have been your final place for the experiment. This is probably where they were going to merge you with the specialized tadpole.
Look at, I guess, the rest of the party, and I say, well, are we doing anything with Linus with this, or are we going back to the cave-in?
I imagine it would take some time before we can do anything with me.
We should come back later. No need to linger.
Alright, so I think with that, the group has pretty much explored everywhere that you know of. You've saved a decent amount of people here.
I would say there's one last place that not everyone explored, just I did, and I'd like to try to open it up for them. So, I don't know, we can spend some time to pickaxe the large boulder, and then I can telekinesis it out of the way. Or
And we also
maybe-
have block and tackle.
What did you say? Clint?
or sorry, go ahead.
I didn't hear what Linus said.
He said use a block and tackle, I believe.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say is another option though that's cheaper than my spell is perhaps we have a lot of help here now. So maybe with the block and tackle and just some labor, we could move the rocks out of the way. That'd be great.
Sounds good.
I dig it.
Alright.
Literally.
So we're going to spend a good amount of the day doing this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Who are the people trying... do you have a pickaxe? Or does the group have one?
We do.
Alright, so who... how many pickaxes do you have and who is going to use them?
I do not know how
I am looking through the ledger and I do not see a pickaxe in here.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, do we really not have one?
Unless
I feel
someone
like
has
it
one.
might have been in like Clank's inventory.
It may have been. Clank was the one that had all the
Tools and
information,
stuff.
but if the block and tackle's in here, I would assume the pickaxe would be as well. So we may not have a pickaxe. We have a miner's pick. One.
Oh, a miner's pick. All right. I was looking for a pickaxe, but miner's pick is the same thing basically. Let's do that. We got
Alright.
one.
We have one.
Alright, so who's using it? It's a strength-based activity.
Not me.
I would
Who's
gladly
the-
use it.
Okay.
Are you the strongest?
It would not be me.
Yeah.
I assume I'm
Are
the
you the
strongest.
This is a strength
Wow.
stat party.
Well, what about the fighters
Oh, that's
or
right.
whatever?
You're, yeah, the guys you saved. Let me see. Which of them is strong? I think it would be Garrick is probably the strongest.
I would flex my muscles and ask Garrick, "Are you stronger than me?"
Although he also is very, very, what's it called? Exhausted.
Exhausted.
Wounded.
More
Yeah,
than one
actually,
level?
with the exhaustion, you would probably be the strongest, Clank. If you, you have exhaustion too, actually. Oof.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's one level.
How much does Garrick have?
Does that matter with the gauntlets of ogre strength?
Oh shit! You got those.
If you have gauntlets of ogre strength, well, you'd still get -2 to your rolls, but yeah, I mean, you would probably be stronger than Garrick then.
All right, do it up.
All right,
Let's roll for the next hour.
Swolbird.
The
Well, it would
Wilbur
just
is
be
the strongest.
one roll to see how long this takes.
I know he's not gonna roll for.
Guidance.
It
I
would be
can't so long.
it would be too long for guidance to be effective. Also, this is a ability score check, so guidance wouldn't work here. You'd need like what's it called? Enhance ability.
Roll well.
This
Roll.
I'm trying.
It would just be a strength
I
check.
do. I
I'm
do
trying.
have an
I
enhanced
clicked it.
ability if you want it.
No. Oh no.
Okay.
Roll 20 crashed.
That's not a good sign. Oh.
Oh,
There we
shit.
are.
Oh,
That's
holy.
a lot of checks. All right. So
14.
14. All right. So you're working on it. Time is passing.
The
It does-
-2's already included in there, so it's 16.
The first roll is a 14, right?
Was it?
Yeah, I see
Oh,
a
but-
14.
Yes.
Cool. All right. And I'm just looking at the second, third.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so time's passing. It does seem like maybe at least for now, the Illithids may have fallen back to fortify their position because no one is showing up. Vel, you're approaching Kudo during this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it. I'm just rolling to pass time. You guys can talk. if
Val,
you
you asking me something? Val, you asking me something?
Yeah, I asked you if I could have the tadpole that I found and that he was holding for me.
The enhanced one or the regular ones?
Yeah, the enhanced one.
Oh, you like the bold flame. And
I
I'll
wish
give
to
you the,
examine it
I'll give you the
from
jar.
time to time.
Do not get too close to it.
Alright,
I'll hand it over though.
So Kudo passes you the jar.
I would also ask Garrick about the last group of Githzerai that we freed and whether they're infected.
He says, yes, all of the people we found have tadpoles.
I thought so. I expected so. Hmm.
I'm a little bit worried. I'm unsure how much of their actions are theirs and how much they might, how much the brain may be puppeting them.
Mm-hmm.
He says, something I noticed. They seem to be much less affected by exhaustion than I am. Which could be a sign that they were treated better. Because, if they're thralls, then the brain would need them to be in good condition.
Hmm. Well, thank you for your counsel, and I would go and share just that confirmation that I think we all already expected it, but I would kind of share that confirmation with the others.
Alright, just give
When
me
the
a
time,
moment. I need to redraw some things.
Do you think we should tell everyone this so that if something does happen, that no one is surprised and
Yeah, I don't see why not.
everybody
mean-
should know that everybody should
Yeah.
kind of have a plan to and agree that we need to end them if that happens.
Agreed.
You think this is a good time for our break? While he's doing this.
Yeah,
Probably.
we could do a break if you guys want. That's fine.
Here, while you're doing your maps.
A shorter break.
Go pee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I'm
almost
down
at the
for
end.
it. Yeah. I gotta go use the restroom now, so that works.
So basically, it's like two things. It's like they could be regular infected, which means that I think they will go under Ceremorphosis, or some of them maybe just have enhanced ones where they're expected to keep their original form. So could be a mix of both too. So, you know, might be an interesting night. A long rest, you know.
A long rest would be nice.
There might be a little bit of a interruption in the middle of the night. We'll see.
I would be surprised if there wasn't.
Okay.
Just because of the circumstances we're in.
Don't challenge the DM like that.
Good point.
Who knows?
Oh, great. Cryptic DM speech. I know that very well.
I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, this was much more of a pain in the butt than I thought it would be.
Have you ever because I was guilty of doing this, but never had plans to do something, but then you hear a player say something, and then you're like, ah, that's a great idea, and then that happens. I don't know.
You're
I've done
asking
that.
me?
Yeah, I'm asking you, Lou.
A good magician never reveals his tricks.
Exactly. It's smoke and mirrors.
It's more.
Yeah, I always
fun.
forget that. Oh,
It's more fun if
I'll
I'm
be talking-
mysterious in my methods.
It has to be serious. Yeah.
I'll be talking to my players sometimes, and they'll be like, "Hey, so that was a really great session." I'm like, "Good, I didn't prepare." I completely forgot, or stuff like that.
Wow. Alright. So yeah, well, I guess everyone's out, but you would manage to clear away the rubble. Rubble.
Rebel.
I'll say that took about 5 hours, so it's about 6:45.
Sweet. We passed time as intended.
It didn't sound like there were any other interactions, but I think people are still on break.
Get your drink, use the bathroom. We want to resume in 2 minutes. I don't know.
Well, I don't really need to go anywhere because I only have like a half hour left, so.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are all back, we can just get going.
I'll type into the chat so we have a running tally.
Oh, glad we're on the same page. I was literally just about to say that.
What is this, Latin? Ashes? I don't know.
Espanol.
Yeah, it's Spanish.
I don't know.
Tobacco.
Oh, it's probably I related maybe. I don't know.
Well, it probably does have Latin roots, so.
Yeah, it is a Latin-based
Romance
language.
language.
Oh, that's definitely Latin. What Linus said. All right.
Yeah.
It's actually.
I think that's.
It's
Oh, we
Gith.
need Azovich. We're waiting on Azovich.
Pretty sure it's Gith.
You want to know what's weird is I actually know Latin for ready. It's Paratus, the Coast Guard's motto, because I was active duty. It's Semper Paratus, meaning always ready.
Nice.
That's right. But I feel like Latin has many words.
Semper Fidelis is like always faithful, which is Marine Corps. Semper Paratus is Coast Guard.
Yeah, semper. Yeah, always.
There's your tidbit of knowledge for the day.
Azovich, you there? You back?
He's just muted the whole time and's been leaving and unleaving, trying to unmute himself.
He's abandoned ship. Let me send him a message. Although he's muted and deafened, may just be away.
No way to talk about Helen Keller, dude.
Do we want to proceed or hang on for a little bit more?
Well, so it looks like Vel, you were trying to communicate with the creature.
Yeah.
All right. Were you trying to keep that? Like, do you want to do it secretly, or?
Yeah, I was doing it secretly through
Alright.
through the PM, so you can get with me later on. It's fine.
All right, give me a moment to respond to what you put. Alright, so I'm not sure what is going on with Azovich. We could probably just keep going.
What?
Oh, are you here?
You're
Oh, I've
back?
been here.
We were doing... okay. We were waiting. Okay.
Alright, well, yeah, so several hours have passed and you have managed to get through the wall there.
I'll send Ink
Mhm.
ahead first just to confirm that it's safe for us that don't have tadpoles.
Alright,
Oh, poor
yeah,
Ink.
so are you just sending it into the lab?
Well, down this hallway for starters.
Alright, so yeah, it is annoyed, but will fly down and say it seems clear.
All right. Your plan seems to work, Takuto.
Hmm. It's all clear. I scouted it. I'm kidding around. I'm just kind of...
So it looks like another laboratory, but this one looks like it was prepared for some kind of ritual. There's a bunch of arcane markings on the opposite end of the room, 2 empty tanks, and what looks like a lab table over here with various illithid instruments.
Is it
Seems
another
like they
10?
were.
Go ahead, Azovich, what were you saying?
Seems like they were trying to tadpole another person.
Yeah, I'll say
What it looks like.
these markings do look similar to the ones around the tank that you saw at the other area, but this one doesn't have a tank in it.
What are those
Hana
green
might.
things then?
Go ahead.
What are those green things then? They're not tanks?
They are tanks, but they're not in the actual circle like the other one was. Give me an Arcana check. Anyone
Actually,
who
as
has
well.
training.
Team Wizard.
Team Wizard. So, Ashes, you think this might actually have something to do with possibly removing or altering tadpoles, this ritual space.
Oh, how interesting.
Judging from the other things you've kind of seen and read around this place.
Yeah. So she's like gonna like shuffle through the notes that are on this table here and like inspect those runes and then tell you guys all like, hey, maybe this is
So, unfortunately, the notes on this table are written in deep speech, so they wouldn't be of much
okay.
use to you.
I think
I can read them.
I'd hand them over to Val.
Is that ability still going?
Yeah, it goes until I take another rest.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I have deep speech. I have deep speech anyway.
Oh, okay.
Even without it.
So yeah, this seems like a ritual book, although it does not actually give a ritual to remove a tadpole, only to kind of bring it to the surface to do magic on it. So it might be a way of altering a tadpole that's already attached to someone. Though you're not sure why this would be useful.
If we bring it to the surface, perhaps we could then do this
Extract it.
some other extract it or kill it in some other way.
Can I take the book, please? This might be of use later. I'd have to study it a little bit more.
Let's also, I'm gonna take out a piece of parchment and I'm gonna copy down this circle.
Or the markings?
Mhm.
All right, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
record
you think that this probably took components to create this area? But yeah, I mean, knowing the symbols would be good if you want to try to replicate this somewhere else.
All right, just for posterity in case we need it, I would copy those down.
And I'll say, Vel, you would notice in the book, actually, there is a section that describes how to create this ritual circle.
Nice.
So it is already information there.
Yeah, I'll take the book, yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. The lab equipment is the same kind of lab equipment that we picked up earlier. Is 10 pounds?
The equipment on this table is similar, yes, if you want to take this as well.
Are there any components?
And the ritual book itself is 2 pounds. No, if there were components here, they were all used.
All right.
All right. Well, that seems important. I guess we go where are we going to try to take our rest at?
Yeah, I'm not sure where the best place
Actually,
is, honestly.
This might be the safest spot. Now I think about it, it's all the way in the corner.
I was also thinking maybe in the cell we found Gith in, because there's like a whole windy thing to get all the way around, and it'd be really defendable and easy to barricade. Like up here, top right corner, or top left.
Yeah. The only problem I have with that place is that there's only one way out.
I vote here.
Yeah. I
Good
prefer
point.
this area. Although, honestly, I think it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's going to matter either.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to try to rest here?
Let's have are the people that we rescued going to be resting in the same room as us, or should we put them somewhere else?
We should keep an eye on them. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we should pick a bigger room, yeah.
Oh, a bigger
Or
room?
just have them in a separate area.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I can
put down door fodder.
I can put down the hut too, but only us will be able to fit in it.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a plan.
All right, so you're gonna put down a hut. Now, were you bringing your people here?
They're
Sounds
in the
like-
same room, but we're in the hut, and we're gonna keep a watchful eye on them.
Okay.
And I'm sure they're going to
Maybe,
keep watchful eyes on each other, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't trust each other. Yeah.
Well, that Kith Yankee is a little bit outnumbered.
Right?
But
All right. So
wow, we rescued a lot of people. Jeez,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
that's
It's
good
probably
job.
good though.
Yeah.
Ophelia's happy.
in the night.
oh no, I'm sorry by the people I attacked.
Interesting placement.
Oh, look,
Uh,
they're all clustered. They're all clustered, so you can synaptic static them again if they
If they get
get
rowdy.
naughty.
It'll hit me too.
I'll say they were
Yeah,
able
just
to
cluster them in
rest.
one corner.
So with their short rest, they were able to heal up. 'Cause
Okay.
You guys were there all day, so just say
Oops, I didn't mean to move it.
let me take these things off them. All right, so we're trying to pass the evening. Just let me know if anyone is doing anything.
And the rescued prisoners are outside.
Yeah,
I don't want to
can
wake
only-
up to get away.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
there's a
sure.
limit, the capacity for the hut. I think it's, if I remember correctly.
All right.
And I don't
just
want
you
them
guys
wake
can-
up to
Oh,
get a
9.
rainstorm.
9. It is more than I thought, but still, yeah, it's crowded. We'll stay in here.
we invite
All right.
we invite the old wizard man.
So real
It's like
quick,
we just-
during the night, I need to speak with Azovich. Privately.
Yeah.
for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wonderful.
Principal's office. I'm just
I
kidding.
feel like we knew that was
Alright.
coming.
I'll be
Uh-oh.
right
Right?
back.
He failed that in save. Yeah.
Alright, so Azovich, during the evening, you're meditating there, and you would have a vision. You would see you'd kind of be in an area kind of surrounded by darkness, which you kind of recognize as being the Shadowfell, since you've been there before. And from the shadows, a little ways away, a woman is going to approach you. Kind of almost like she steps out of the shadows. And she would look like this. She says,
Okay.
Azovich, I'm glad to see that you have survived and flourished a bit with these friends of yours. I unfortunately have a difficult job for you. She says, if you are to survive this place, as is the will of the Raven Queen, those affected by the tadpoles must be culled. She says, if you do not do this, they will attack you once you fight the Elder Brain. She says, I know this is a tough thing, even almost an impossible thing to ask, as killing innocents is often looked down upon, but it may be the difference between you living and you dying in the battle with your final enemy in this place. She says, do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Alright, and she just nods and says, good luck to you, child. And I'll say at that moment you kind of come out of your meditation for just a moment.
If it's shared.
Alright.
There we go.
So yeah, I guess I'll say maybe at this point, who's on the night watch?
Oh, what's
First
our
watch?
sheet say?
We gotta decide that.
Second.
I think it's
Uh,
second watch.
We
yeah,
have our
So Kudo would probably be last watch because I like to do some spells before we wake up.
Alright, so I'll say anyone but Azovich can be on this watch, because he would have been meditating.
We have a don't we have our sheet?
Yeah, I think
Outline of the watch.
there's supposed to be 4 watches. I used to have it as 3, but for it to make sense, there should be 4 technically. Do we
Yeah,
have
we
it
do
marked somewhere on
agree.
our sheet? The watches.
I'm trying to trans.
Somewhere.
I see
I,
Linus and
uh,
Ophelia as midnight. So I guess it would
That's
be
a
those
long.
two. Go ahead.
Cool.
Go for it.
So
Alright.
Linus and Ophelia being on the second watch, you would be kind of sitting there keeping an eye on things. Most of the people, including the ones you saved, like they're almost all sleeping right now. When you would suddenly see that Azovich is kind of jolted awake, as if he, or jolted out of his trance, I should say, as if something may have disturbed him.
Okay, I will rush over to Azovich and try to check on him. Be like, Azovich, are you okay? What's going on?
I believe I had a.
Oh, do we lose him?
Yeah, he cut out.
Do we...
Wait, did I cut out? Can y'all
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, you
I
had
hear you
a
now.
what?
What did you say?
Okay. I believe I have had a vision.
What did this vision say? And who was it from?
It seems to be also from the same being who contacted me earlier. I don't think I told either of you, but a servant of the Raven Queen contacted me mentally, warning me about those with the tadpoles, saying that they will most likely attack during when we reach the Elder Brain.
Well, actually, the vision said they
I
would.
do not think. Yeah, the vision said they would attack during the time. Whether it is the Elder Brain trying to trick us or a vision from the Raven Queen, I think at best we do not bring them with us.
Do you think, if it is, as you're saying, you think it might be from the Elder Brain, do you think it is because it fears facing this many people? Or do you
I
think
mean,
it
it
actually is a message from the Raven Queen and we went in knowing the risks?
could very possibly be both, or either one. Either one.
Probably not both. That would
It
be
could very
weird.
possibly be either. Yeah, I meant to say either one. It tripped.
The
It could very possibly be either one.
I look at Linus and want to see what he thinks.
You trust this voice that you heard?
so Ophelia, give me an insight check.
Aye, Captain Crunch.
Alright. So you're not sure if what he's saying is completely true. Azovich, I mean.
Okay.
Something about his
see.
mannerisms, how he said that, makes you think he might not be telling you everything. Or he might be holding some details back.
Okay. I look at Azovich and I say, Azovich, I noticed that, when you were saying that, there was a little bit of hesitation in some of your words. I'm curious, like, is that everything that was being said? Or is there something else you wish to share with us?
I mean, I believe that was everything I was told.
It feels like
Um,
you are perhaps hiding something, and you can trust us. Like, we're here to work with each other and help each other all get out of this mess.
I would agree, but I believe I've told you everything I know.
Do I need another insight to know if he's telling the truth?
Well, I mean, the problem with insight is it's just suspicions. You don't know for sure if he's lying or, you just, like I
Okay.
said, you get the feeling that he didn't tell you everything. But obviously, there's
I
no way to
will-
prove that because it's it's just
Okay.
a suspicion.
I look at Azovich and I say, I look at Linus and I say, I do have some fears. I do feel like this may be. I feel like Azovich is hiding something from us, Linus, and I fear that it may be the curse of this place that is currently going on.
I. So, what do you think we should do?
Well,
What's the good
I
thing
do-
to do? My moral compass is a little bit thrown.
say, well, perhaps we can talk about it in the morning, and I may have some spells and stuff that we could use to help you in the morning. And I look over and I say you as I look over to Azovich. Just to make sure you are not being persuaded by anything other than your patron.
I'll turn to Ophelia and say, this one has been quite quick to kill innocent lives and harm others. I think that's important to keep in mind.
I think I do remember what it was. What I was told is to kill them.
Oh.
So
Well,
I would say it's a little bit of a suspicious action, as the Raven Queen, I don't think would usually want such a specific quest, especially on innocent lives, but I mean, there are always reasons,
yes.
but I don't know.
Well, Azovich, I do appreciate immensely your hesitancy to just act on that behalf. That does mean quite a lot. Perhaps if you can just, again, like I said, hold off until the morning, we could deal with this.
And they might be useful against these elder brains, but at the same time, they might turn on us. It seems they are not free.
Well, we cannot judge their
I
actions
would
until
say
they
it's not worth the risk.
Yes,
So,
but
I'll say that during this time, Kudo and Vel may have been woken up by the noise because you guys are kind of chatting inside this dome, and they have pretty good perceptions.
okay.
Well, for now,
You didn't
I
say you
guess
were
they
whispering.
would. Yeah, I guess they would wake up while I'm saying, well, I do understand that perhaps, but we cannot kill them just simply based on an assumption with a tadpole in it. We didn't kill Kudo for, that very same reason. Like, we trust in the behaviors, and until they prove otherwise, perhaps we believe in
the
the best.
difficulty here is that I am sworn to serve the Raven Queen, and if this was a message from her, I have no choice.
Kudo. Oh, go ahead.
I looking over at Kudo stirring, I kind of quiet down a little bit and look to see how much he heard and what he wishes to say. Because
Kudo
as I
rub
was
his
just
eyes.
talking about him, I'm like, oh shit.
Kudo will rub his eyes as he awakens, and he'll sit up and be like, um, we've been hearing voices in our heads. I would just be wary of acting upon what you hear in your mind. You might. I agree that or that you must follow your God, but it might not be your God that's speaking to you.
That is why I show skepticism.
Yeah. Okay.
For now, I say we rest and then finish dealing with this morning.
I look
And
over it.
I'll look.
I
I'll look over
at
at Val.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I'll let you go.
I look over to Val and I'll be like, "You also pray to the Raven Queen, no?
I do.
You would see.
Have you heard such whispering?"
You would see her kind of rubbing her eyes. Yeah, now realizing she's woken up as well.
I haven't heard anything of late. She doesn't always answer.
Okay.
I chime in too, saying, but Azovich, if they do turn against us, I will stand by your side and help you accomplish your patron's goal, but I am hesitant to do so proactively without just cause.
I would agree, but the risk of bringing into the room and us be trapped with an army of Gith against us, or psionic, does not seem great.
Yeah, it wouldn't be anything we haven't overcome before, right?
Yes, but with an elder brain also raining down on us. I feel it could be too much.
Well, I am personally willing to take that chance and believe in the goodness of people before I judge them.
A question. Can people outside the hut hear what we're
Yes.
saying inside the hut?
Yes. They can't see
Okay.
in, but there's no
Sound
blocking the
barrier.
sound.
And then second question is, I have Rary's telepathic speech. Can I cast it as a ritual, or does it always require a spell slot as a sorcerer? I don't know.
It's marked as a. Well, do sorcerers have ritual casting?
Generally speaking, no, but apparently they gave Aberrant Mind a ritual spell, but I
Well,
don't have anything that says ritual caster.
So yeah, so I mean, if you have a ritual spell and you don't have ritual caster, you just cast it as a normal spell. Ritual casting
Okay.
gives you
I
the
have it as a
ability to
ritual.
Yeah,
I have
so
it as ritual as well.
yeah, having
Okay.
ritual caster gives you the ability to cast those spells as rituals. Otherwise, they just cast as normal spells.
Well, I will mind link to Ophelia, and I'll be like, Ralden, the wizard, he keeps staring at me, and I tried to link to his mind to ask him if anything was the matter, but his mind seems shielded. I cannot reach him. I do not know what's going on. This has never happened before.
Is it? I kind of look at you inquisitively. I'm like, is it a problem that you can't probe others' minds? Like, is that something we should be worried about?
I am more concerned that not that I cannot talk to him, but I am more concerned that there's something else going on within his mind.
Oh, it seems like it is just one problem after another, huh? Well,
If you
perhaps
look
we
over
will.
now, he's no longer looking at you. He just seems to be looking down as he maintains his ritual.
So let me just clarify, because I know someone said that we were going to bring the wizard in with us so that he could do the protection thing again.
Yeah.
So is he in or out of the hut?
He's out of the hut. You can see him in the room. He's performing his ritual to shield you all from the basically
He
what
is.
would
Oh,
keep you
okay.
from resting. Yeah.
And he is staring at Kudo even though we're in the hut and he's
That's
outside the hut.
that's what Kudo said, though now that you look over,
Interesting.
well, you're asleep, but the others, like now that they
Right,
look over,
right.
he yeah, either Kudo was
'Cause we can
imagining it
see-
or you're not sure.
Yeah. Because we can see out, but they shouldn't be able to see in, so that's interesting. Yeah.
Yes, which is a little weird that he was just looking at Kudo. If
Huh.
that was true.
Ha 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 ha. Huh.
Anyways, I'll share that with Val and whoever else is awake.
All right. Well, the rest would pass.
Yes.
So go ahead and long rest, although we will have to end here. So why don't we do?
Could I
MV
have
Yeah.
God.
could I have someone? I would like to. Maybe we can discuss it next session. But I was thinking about casting seeming on us as to look like mind flayers for this next part of our mission. But we can talk about it over chat or something like that. Maybe
That could come in
what our
handy.
ideas are. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I had a question. I didn't know if Kudo was done. Go ahead if you need to finish.
That was it.
I'm not exactly sure, Lou. Does my manifest mind go poof with this long rest? It doesn't actually say that it goes away. It says it stops manifesting if it's more than 300 feet away, if someone casts a spell magic on it, or if the awakened spellbook is destroyed, or if I die, or if I dismiss it. But then it says once you conjure it, you can't do so again until a long rest. But it doesn't say that it actually goes away at the end of the day.
What about
doesn't.
incapacitated? Does that make it go away?
It doesn't say that. It says
Alright.
only if I die, or if the spellbook I'm carrying is destroyed, or someone casts a spell on the manifestation.
Yeah. So then, pretty much just dispelling it is the only way to get rid of it.
So it's still up there keeping watch.
If you left it there, yeah.
I did. Well, I mean, I moved it when we got more than 300 feet away from that first room, but it's down there in that area where we had the one battle now, is where I
Yeah.
left it.
So, it may have seen something during the evening, but we
Okay.
can talk about that next time.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So yeah, just give me MVP vote. I forgot about the manifested mind. I think I got. Do I have all 6? Looks like 5. Or wait, no, 6. Okay. So, with 4 votes, Azvich, you were the MVP. So you
What's
get
your
Okay.
you get an inspiration point.
Okay, so how does that work?
Well, you can spend those to gain a +2 bonus to any type of roll, any like check, basically, like a D20 roll.
Okay.
Those are different from story points, which have a more kind of powerful use. So yeah, just make sure you're recording those separately.
Okay, I'll just put them.
So any comments on the game? Things that you particularly liked or disliked?
Or I guess this would also be a good time to call out, like, if you thought somebody did like really good RP, or you wanted to call anybody else out.
You could do that after. I think
Thought we
someone
could
said
bundle it together
Azovich.
so we don't forget.
I did.
Well, Azovich, I will say, already got the MVP, so I don't know if I want to give him a second one.
My vote for MVP went to Linus because I appreciated the scouting and trap, like moving the dungeon crawl along. Otherwise, we could just stand still, worried about every trap ahead. So I appreciate that and keeping it moving. And I also appreciate everyone kind of being mindful as best as you can about, the voice comms. Sometimes it's hard, we're not at the table in person where we can like read each other's body language. So you kind of have to be extra careful to not trip over each other. And I could tell there was a conscientious like effort to give space for people to talk. So I want to say thank you to everybody for that. And yeah, that was it for me.
I will ditto those remarks as well. I thought voice comms were phenomenal for everybody, letting everybody speak. I want to call Linus out as well, not just for the scouting and stuff, but having to RP like 2 different characters, and having them to have different alignments. Like I've definitely noticed like a shift in how Clink and Linus play, and I think he has been doing a phenomenal job having like Linus be more aggressive towards his actions, and wanting to make very clear, decisive things about like, you know, killing prisoners or making things, as opposed to Clank, who has been, I guess, much more like, I don't know if I want to say like lawful good, but you know, like I thought that deserved like a call out.
Clank wants to free everybody, make friends with everybody, and serve them tea.
Yeah, and Linus is like, hey man, like, oh, these guys might be against us, like we gotta fucking eliminate the threats and do what we need to do to survive, you know. And then I will also
Push
call out
Azovich into traps.
yeah. And then
I've
I
not
will
done that.
also call out like everybody just overall. Like I felt like this session was very, very well played. We played to like everybody's strengths. We were able to fly through stuff. We kind of knew everybody's roles. People stepped up when they needed to, stepped back when they didn't. So I also very much so appreciate that.
All right. Anyone else have anything? All right. Well, sure. I'll give Linus a inspiration point for that. He's got some call outs. Yeah. Good game, everyone.
Good game.
Taking some notes, but yeah, I'm glad everyone is enjoying. There's some intrigue here of, you know, are you gonna keep these guys alive, or how are you gonna approach this? Do you trust this information from Azovich? Curious to see what you do.
I definitely thought we were
happy.
gonna go into a big boss fight, you know, and then we were just kind of like, hey, let's go explore everything else, and that's what we did the whole session.
there was
And
always
I'm not
the
mad
chance-
about it.
Yeah, there was always the chance
Uh-huh.
that there was something useful, you know, that we hadn't found yet, you know, that would have helped us
Oh,
in the fight.
Apparently, all
The secret room we
prisoners-
never found either, did we?
I'm
Well,
certain
when
there's a secret
we're-
room up there.
When we were exploring the areas that you guys had already been, it looks like you guys uncovered a secret room there in the mid-south section.
We did.
There was open chests in it. So could that have been the secret room that we found notes about later?
Could be.
Oh,
Could be all
that
our
could've
wish
been.
list items.
We did get a wish list roll while you were gone.
Okay.
I finally got my my goggles of night.
Nice.
Big roll.
The long-awaited
Yeah.
goggles of night.
Yeah, level 11 goggles of night. Yeah.
I do want to ask you guys real quick too, before we take off, because I did get some spell components and stuff that was on the wish list that we found in one of the laboratories. I can like